Okay, perfect. Uh, all right. So thank you, everyone. I think great time to be talking about e-commerce, and I think Southeast Asia is absolutely the right place for scaling e-commerce. Post-COVID, we have all seen great traction in the e-commerce space. I think Abdul also spoke about everybody trying to set up their Shopify stores and trying to sell online. We have also seen a similar experience across the many brands we work with. My name is Anshuk. I'm one of the co-founders of AdYogi. AdYogi is a marketing automation platform. We work with 200 plus global brands in helping them scale their brand stores using Facebook, Google, and other platforms. So today I'll be talking about some of the experiences we have seen in e-commerce, especially about how can a brand scale during the festive season. So I know all of us have seen that during festives, the sales skyrocket on e-commerce platforms. But how can a brand make the most of the festive season? So I'll talk about how do you scale your brand, of course, but more specifically, I'll talk about some festive hacks which you can use while setting up your e-commerce campaigns on Facebook, Google for your brand store. So before we get to really the depth of it, the question is, why should we be talking about festive specific hacks, right? And the reason we are talking about it is because a lot of brands, when they try to market during festive period, whether it is Diwali in India, whether it is Christmas, Halloween, they face a lot of challenges, right? And what kind of challenges are these? Number one, the cost of ads on platforms go up, right? We have seen cases where cost of ads shoot up by like 30, 40, 50% during the festive season. And it becomes very tricky for brands to like optimize their cost while scaling up the campaigns, right? The second common problem we have seen is you get a lot of people to your website, but because of the festive frenzy, you don't get so many conversions. People are actually trying to window shop, people are comparing prices across platforms. So the conversion rate becomes a big problem on the brand stores, right? And then, of course, the common challenge about marketplaces launching large festive sales. And how do you really, as a brand store owner, compete with the marketplaces, right? So these are the challenges which I've heard many brands talk about when we work with them. What I'll do today is I'll walk you through some of the festive hacks which we have used successfully across the brands. And I hope that you can get some takeaways from it. Now, just to share some case study to begin with, the question is, can brands really scale rapidly during festive season? And the answer is absolutely yes. I'll give an example of a brand called CAF. It's a very large global kitchen appliances brand. They scaled in the last 6 months post-COVID. They were able to like increase their revenue on their website by 6 times. And in the run up to the Diwali in India, they were also able to scale very rapidly. They plan to maintain this momentum in the next 3 to 4 months during the entire festive season. So the idea is, if CAF can do it, a lot more direct to consumer brands can replicate that success, which is the agenda of my today's talk. So I know we spoke about the cost of ads. I thought I'll share with you some data around what we have seen. These numbers are in roughly in INR. So roughly you can expect that 70 INR is $1. So as you can see, during the COVID, we saw CPM rates of $0.50, which was the lowest we saw in the Southeast Asian market. But in the run up to the festive season, in the months of September, October, and November, I guess, the cost of ads has been going up. This is cost of 1,000 impressions on a platform like Facebook or Google. As you can see, the trend is very clear. It has become like $1.50 right now. And the way it's currently going, we'll probably see like it touching $2 and $3 by December. So this is what I thought I'll just share with you some data before we actually jump into it. So, here are the 10 festive hacks I'll talk about. These are 10 slides. I'll pick one by one and discuss through it. I'm happy to answer questions during the Q&A session towards the end of this. The number one is you should diversify spends across platform. I know Southeast Asia is really big on social platforms. There is a tendency to over-invest in, let's say, something like a Facebook or an Instagram, because that's where you get a lot of sales from. But one word of caution during festives, do not over-rely on one single platform. Try to maintain a balance across Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Google as a platform, right? And the reason this is very important is social platforms are very prone to CPM fluctuations, which is cost of ads fluctuations. We haven't seen those fluctuations so much on platforms like YouTube and Google. Okay, so if you are maintaining a balance across them, let's say you have like 60% on social platforms, 20% on Google, 20% on YouTube, you will be less prone to fluctuations. So do make it a point to diversify across platforms. And I'll give an example of Indian wedding sarees. They did this diversification. They reduced the reliance on social, and they were able to bring down their costs by 20% during the festive season, which is very counterintuitive. So that was the first hack. The second one I'm going to talk about is an option called smart shopping campaigns. Now, I know a lot of you would have searched on Google something like a specific product, and you would see ads of exactly the same product along with an image, along with a URL, a brand name. These are known as smart shopping ads or shopping ads. And the platform is, of course, google.com. What is very interesting is the kind of traffic you get using these smart shopping ads is very high intent traffic. These are people who are looking at buying the specific product which you have on your website. Not only the specific product, also the same attributes. It could be like a pink dress. It could be like a high heel shoes. But these are people searching for the specific products. And what we have seen during festives is the volume of inbound searches increase, not only on marketplaces like Amazon, but also on Google. So this is your great time to capitalize on the festive intent and run shopping ads. The same website which I spoke about, they got 50,000 people coming to their website in one single month by searching attributes of their products. So the second hack is run smart shopping campaigns. Now, the third one is very focused on social platforms, which is Facebook and Instagram mainly. Use something called overlays on these platforms. Okay. Now, if you look at the image on the left side, there is a small ribbon. It has some Christmas colors in it, gives you a good festive feel. And it also has a overlay on the left side, which has a strike-through price. It shows you, look, the market price was like $75, $84, and you're getting it at a good discount. It comes at around $75, right? So this is a kind of a creative which works really well. It catches user attention because it has a good overlay. It also shows the discounted and the sale price very clearly. It has a call to action, shop now. So it gets people with the right intent. And it also highlights on the price very clearly so that people have the right expectations when they come to your website. Now, this helps you overcome the challenge of low conversion rates because people are in the sales frenzy. You don't want people coming with the wrong expectation. Imagine I'm a discount hunter wanting to get a 70% off. Heritage Foods is not the brand I should be clicking on or I should be going on because they are not offering a 70% off, right? So set the expectations correctly, show the price and the discount clearly, and show overlays to attract user attention. That's the third hack for today. The fourth one is again something which a lot of brands struggle with during festive season. They tend to overcommit and underdeliver. And I'll tell you what I mean by that. I've seen brands writing about minimum 50% off, minimum 70% off, or throwaway sale. The challenge which happens is when you set the expectations way too high, customers, when they come to your website, they don't convert. Imagine I'm looking at an ad of minimum 70% off. In my mind, I'm going for a 90% discount, right? And when I land on your website and I see that most of the products are like 60, 70 off, and there are very few products which are 90 off, I'm not going to convert on your website. And we have seen these cases, ads which are focusing on too much on those minimum 50% off. They have a good click rate, but they have a very poor conversion rate. So don't overcommit. You would rather be better off being slightly conservative in your ad text, saying that up to 40% off, up to 50% off, but don't set the expectations way too high. These are like clickbait messages, and trust me, they don't work. They will get you a lot of irrelevant audience. The fifth, which I'll talk about today, is when you are showing ads on any platform, right? People come to your website to buy a specific product. They are not coming to your website to explore your categories and then let's browse through which product I want to buy. Because if they want to do that, most likely they will do it on marketplaces, right? They come to your brand store because they like that specific product which you are showcasing in the ad, and they want to buy that specific product. So make their journey very easy. Don't show them a product and land them on the homepage and let them keep scouting for that product. That's a bad user experience. You will find that the conversion rates drop when you do that. So as a rule of thumb, in 90% of the cases, you should always land people on the product pages, show them a specific product and land them on the product page for the same product. Avoid promoting a full collection, avoid promoting general sale banner ads and landing people on home pages or category pages. People buy specific products. Landing on category page typically has lower conversion rates. In this specific case, I'm talking about a brand, Global Republic. They saw that their add to cart percentage suddenly jumped when they started landing people on the product pages. And rule of thumb is very simple. The lesser the clicks, the higher the conversion rate. So don't make your user do a lot of hard work on your website. It is not going to give you the right returns. Moving on, I know a lot of us have seen these kind of ads on Facebook. Nothing fancy about them. I'm talking about video ads. We often see them on our feed. What many advertisers don't realize is the cost of showing a video ad on Facebook or Instagram is much lower than the cost of showing a banner ad or a carousel ad. It might sound counterintuitive, but that is how it is, because video ads typically get higher engagement. So Facebook gives a huge benefit to a video ad. Sometimes video ads go for like less than 50% the cost of your regular ads. So make the most of it. Run as many videos as you can. Highlight the USP of the product. And as I said, land on the product page. But this is one strategy which can help you reduce your cost of ads during festivals. Some of the brands we saw, they completely shut down their newsfeed ads, completely killed the carousel ads, and they focused only on video ads, which was able to reduce the cost of ads. In this specific case, they got 76,000 video views in a very small period of time, organic skincare company, and they can also retarget these views to get more conversions. The seventh is very linked to the sixth, except for the fact I'm talking about YouTube ads. Now, YouTube is, I feel it's one of the underdogs when it comes to advertising. If you look at the amount of time which people spend on YouTube versus, let's say, Facebook and Instagram, it's not going to be very off. Especially in the post-pandemic, people have started spending more time on YouTube. But if you look at the amount of spends which e-commerce companies do on YouTube, it would be less than 10% of their overall spends. Almost all the brands we work with have been ignoring YouTube. But I've seen that this is one of the blue ocean strategies which any brand can use today. Get onto YouTube, run YouTube ads. Just two words of caution there. One is run a YouTube for Action campaign. YouTube for Action is the conversion optimized version of YouTube. Don't run an awareness or a branding campaign on YouTube. Second point is, again, as I said, run product video ad on YouTube and land people on the product page. Don't run a brand video ad and land people on the home page. The same rule of thumb is applicable. The lesser the clicks, the higher the conversion rate. So you want people to land on the product pages and not on the home page. So again, a brand I'm talking about here is they sell sanitary pads, very rapidly scaled using YouTube. And that leaves me with last 3 slides and 3 tips for today. This one is about average order value, right? Now I'm talking about a store called Entertainment Store. They sell Avenger accessories and merchandise across India and a couple of Southeast Asian countries. Now, as you know, most of the merchandises are like low value, like $5, $3, $2, right? The problem comes is when you're selling like a $5 coffee cup on your website, you're not going to make money because most likely you will pay that $5 to Facebook to get the person. And when the person buys a $5 coffee cup, there is no money you have made, right? So a good festive strategy is to create festive combos. Combine your mug with your t-shirt, with your pen, with your cap, and make like an Avenger fan bundle, which could be like a Christmas offer or a Diwali offer, and sell it for like $20 or sell it for like $50. People in festive time are more likely to purchase and splurge money. They want to buy bigger pack sizes. So give them that opportunity. And just by increasing your average order value from, let's say, $10 earlier to $20 now, you will be able to improve the efficiency of your marketing campaigns. Similar strategy, number 9, which is most e-commerce companies have a wide range of products on your website. So you will have certain categories which will be like low value. You will have certain very big categories like coffee maker or like a any other white goods which could be more expensive. So during festive, just ignore your small categories. Okay, like for example, home utensils is a brand. They sell in Saudi, and what we have seen is during festive they focused on their coffee maker, and they didn't focus much on their small items like let's say dual portable wall socket, which is a very low average order value product. And just by doing this, they were able to push a lot of high value inventory into the market during festive. And as I said, people are more likely to purchase high ticket items. So this strategy works really well. It also helps you cater to the low cost of ads. High cost of ads, because it's very expensive to show ads. You might as well push your more expensive product so that you can still get profitability. And the last one for today is something which I think Avdut also spoke during the Netcore presentation. Remarketing as a strategy is super, super important. You cannot ignore people who have interacted with you in the last 6 months. These could be people who have come on your social pages, Facebook, Instagram. They have probably come to your website home pages. They have watched your video 2 months back. They might have added a product to cart a month back, but never made a purchase. Or they could be your customer who purchased from you 3 months back. So everybody who has interacted with you in the last 6 months, you should retarget them on platforms like Facebook and Google. We have usually seen that retargeting gives very good results. So if you retarget them, you will be able to get very good efficiencies. There are ways where you can also upload your offline customer data. So one question came that if you are an offline seller, how do you start moving your customers online? Very good way, upload your email ID, upload the phone number on Facebook and Google both. They do a hashing on those, so don't worry about privacy. And then you can target those people on Facebook, Google, get them on your own website and make a purchase. So your offline customers can actually become your online customers just by uploading this customer data. So that's, it kind of summarizes the 10 strategies I want to talk about today. This is a good slide if you want to take a screenshot. In a nutshell, diversify spends, run shopping, use overlays, avoid clickbaits, showcase specific products and not categories. Videos we spoke about, YouTube ads, festive combos, high value products like we spoke about the coffee maker, and lastly remarketing. So if you do these 10 things, may not be all of them, even if you do like 5 or 6 of them successfully, I can assure you that festive is going to bring you a lot of sales and you will overcome the challenges we spoke about. A little bit about Adyogi before we wrap up. Adyogi is a marketing automation platform. We integrate with platforms like Shopify, Magento, WooCommerce. We pull all the catalog and the inventory from them. We also pull analytics data from Google Analytics, and we are able to provide you a platform to create ads across Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Google, YouTube with the click of a button. We are a premier partner of Facebook, Google, and Shopify in India. And the idea is we help you get the maximum returns on your ad spend by doing creative automation and with in-depth analytics. These are some of the global brands we work with across multiple segments. A good clientele is apparel, but we also have a lot of CPG brands we work with. And so that brings me to the end of my presentation. Happy to connect over LinkedIn and happy to take the questions. Over to you.
Thanks a lot, Anshuk.